First off, it's an honor and a privilege to have you down here. You've been breaking the internet lately. It's a lot going on with you, with the beef with No Jumper. We're going to get right into that. Culture, what's going on with you, brother?
Ain't nothing, man. You know, I'm just making my rounds. You know what it is.
It's a pleasure to have you down here. It's a pleasure to, finally link with you. Now, for the people that don't know, tell them a little bit about yourself first.
You know, I'm from New York, man. I run around these streets of New York and I do what I do, man. I ain't going, it's gangsters everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there ain't no gangsters in Cali, it's gangsters everywhere. Only difference is the gangsters I know and the gangsters in New York, we don't go on the podcast and tell about crimes. We don't talk about the crimes we did, crimes anybody else did. That's what separates us gangsters over here from the gangsters on that side.
And now, let's get right into it. The beef with Adam 22. How did that come about?
It ain't no real beef, I just was speaking my mind and I felt like, he's a culture vulture, him and Vlad, and he took a little offense to it, I guess. He jumped in his comments and said that the hoodie I had on looked suspect and all that, you know what I'm saying? I laughed about it, it ain't nothing. But I'm really thinking about changing the show from No Jumper to Whole Jumper.
He said, wait a minute.
Because if you're going to sit on the show and act like hoes, you know what I'm saying, we might have to rebrand that joint there.
And so now, with the people saying that you should think about what you say with No Jumper because he has like a huge platform and you're like, you like over where, what do you say to them people?
I don't care about none of that, you know what I'm saying? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I don't care how big nobody is. When we in the streets and we get into these, I'm about that mess. When we get into these scuffles, nobody care about how big nobody is, you know what I'm saying? David and Goliath. That's all I'm gonna tell you. David and Goliath. Beware the little guy.
So is there like real beef? Is there like when we see each other, it's on site or?
Ain't no listen, I'm used to dealing with gangsters. He ain't no gangster. He know that he just a journalist, a podcaster. He don't want no real beef, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even taking it that serious. I'm just having fun with it, playing around. And him and Vlad sat down, right? And they said that they were guessing the culture. And I'm saying, you guessing the culture, that means you're not the culture. I am the culture, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is acknowledge that and stop sending people to jail. And there won't be no smoke, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's funny to me.
And so, does the streets, because I don't be in the streets like that. So now, does the streets really feel like they're the ones sending people to jail?
That's what the chatter is, you know what I'm saying? In New York, they be talking about, why they be asking these suspect questions, listen. I just seen a joint, right, where they was on there with Wack. And you can't tell me Adam's not a cop. Wack was talking about how Pyru was smashing Adam's wife. And they was having, pillow talk, Pyru pillow talk. And that's how he was getting the update on all the mess 2 years in advance. So, she was telling Adam. And then they broadcasting this stuff before the indictment come down and all this stuff. So that makes the whole thing suspect. So that's all I'm saying is, if you're going to talk about crimes that nobody's been charged with, and then somebody get indicted for it a year or two later, you can't say that you didn't help out. You can't say that you didn't put dude under the microscope. You can't say that. So that's all I'm saying is, I feel like he does this on purpose to get clicks and clout and get money in, and he taking advantage of dudes that's not really thinking. So I just commented on it, and it is what it is.
So now, before we get you, because we don't want to have you down here, I know you said you don't want to be in the same place for a long time. So now, will you be not going to LA? How does it work now? Will you be checking in with someone? Or?
Not checking. We don't check in from New York. When they come to New York, we don't tell them to check in. Out of respect, they might holler at dudes that they know, but I'm not checking. They know where I go. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? If you want to check in, that's with you. I'm not checking in with nobody. Ain't no big homies out there. I ain't got no big homies out there. You know what I'm saying? I give everybody their respect, but I'm not checking in with nobody, man. Dude, let it be. It is what it is. I think Adam should. You ever seen the police show they had called Adam 1 Adam 12? I think he represents 1 Adam 12. You know what I'm saying? And that was a police show about Los Angeles. I think he's the new improved version of 1 Adam 12.
Well, thank you for coming out, and we definitely gonna touch back down with you. And we hope this just stays online. We don't want to see black men going to jail for a white man again. But it
is what it is, man.
Thank you for coming out, Culture.
Peace. Big Hurt wanted to give y'all a quick hood public service announcement. You like what we've been doing at the channel, you know what I'm saying, Stayfly Nation? Subscribe, put some subs on there, you know what I'm saying, participate. And if y'all want to see Big Hurt in any type of situation, holler at us and tell them what you'd like to see Baby Boy and Big Hurt in. Big Hurt and Baby Boy gives everything.